Is there a reason why you want to stick your butt up?
I smell vodka, I'm fine. I smell Red Bull, I gag. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to anyone joining us for the first time. So my name is Angie and I make videos about my life and struggles here in South Korea as an international student. If you haven't yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button just so you stay in the loop for my future videos every Wednesday and Sunday. And this is Mekju. He's being a bit frisky today. So originally today I actually wanted to show you guys my new room and everything, but we actually came up against a little bit of a situation, so I'll explain all of that in my next video. I actually had a look at my previous videos and I actually never properly introduced myself to you guys, so I think this is probably a good way for me to, you know, break the ice a little bit for anyone that's joining us for the first time. Here's 50 facts about me. My full name is Yajing Zhang, in Chinese Zhang Yajing or Zheng Yajing. So my name kind of loosely translates into elegance within peace and harmony, but most of you guys know me as Angela. I've adopted to have an English name just because it's a lot easier for me when I'm working and meeting people back in Australia. Here in South Korea, I generally use my actual legal name. It's a lot easier for them to pronounce, but a lot of people just call me Yaya or Angie. My family consists of 5 people. I've got my mom, my dad, me, my brother Matthew, and then my youngest brother Ian. Lordy is at a circus in that house. And everyone currently lives in Sydney back at home. You guys can kind of guess what my nationality is. My passport is Australian and I grew up in Australia, but I generally say that I'm Chinese Australian just because it makes it a lot easier so then we didn't go in the...
But where are you really from?
In order of the languages that I learned, I speak Mandarin, Cantonese, English. I have studied conversation with Japanese back in high school. I still retain some of it and I've been practicing by myself, but I also am studying Korean at the moment. My goal is before I turn 30, I want to be able to have mastered at least 5 languages. I do want to learn Spanish and Italian at some point. I'm about 158, so about 5'2". Well, my birthday is 24th of September, which is actually coming up. So I will be turning 22 international age or 23 Korean age. And some of you guys would have guessed because my birth year is 98, that makes me a tiger. So I'm allergic to dust, pollen, and deadly allergic to grass, which I didn't find out until after graduation of high school, which if I knew, I could have used that to like not partake in mandatory soccer games. I am bisexual. I haven't told my parents yet. A lot of my friends and my brothers know, but it's just very awkward to bring it up in conversation and tell my parents so far. One of my cousins knows, but I haven't really brought myself out to tell the rest of them yet. All I can say is pray for me when I finally come out to them. Relationship status, I am currently dating a boy. His name is Jin. He's Korean. He's a sweetheart, but he's also an idiot. Best friends, honestly, I have too many. I'm like that one person that has too many best friends. Plug a video here for you guys to watch. I made this like ages ago when I was like missing them a lot, so you guys can check that out. It's also best to see my friends in their natural elements, basically being stupid. I have 12 piercings and I will be getting more. I have 5 tattoos and I'm going to get more. My general hobbies include eating, cooking, sleeping, anime, photography, singing, puzzles. The biggest one is spamming my friends with memes. Introvert, extrovert. I'm actually more of an ambivert, but really depends on my like serotonin levels and energy levels from my like depression and anxiety. Generally, I'm pretty friendly, I guess. I do have like a work persona that comes out and takes over, like Jesus take the wheel kind of thing, where like I have to be like an adult situation. Yeah, like that persona just takes the wheel and like goes to town. My favorite foods are basically desserts. Anything sweet I love, except for certain coconut dishes. I'm really sorry, I just don't like coconut. Absolutely love sushi and I love my parents' cooking, which I miss a lot. I actually want to FaceTime my mom and like ask her how she makes her dumplings and then see if I can recreate it here. Music wise, I tend to listen to whatever has a good beat, but my favorite band is 1AK Rock. I absolutely love them. I listen to a lot of like Vocaloid, J-Rock, like Visual K, punk rock kind of thing, cutesy anime songs as well. Like, I don't know, I just listen to anything that I think sounds nice. I can vibe to anything basically, except for country. I'm really sorry, country lovers. Favorite colors, yellow, blue, and black. When I was growing up, it was purple, blue, and black. black. But the thing is, someone then said to me, hey, those are the colors of a bruise. And I'm like, okay, now I have to reevaluate my life. Favorite non-alcoholic drink? Anything, realistically. I'll drink anything, to be honest. Like, it just depends on what my stomach is feeling as well. Like, if I feel like I can't do milk, I won't do milk. I'll go get like a tea or something. Favorite alcohol? I'm a bit of like a basic person with this. There is this like Moscato Rosé, any fruit soju's. So like peach all the way, but like I just would drink any fruit soju. I love gin and tonics. I honestly cannot do vodka Red Bulls anymore. I smell Red Bull and I'm like, I smell vodka, I'm fine. I smell Red Bull, I gag. Post-drunk trauma is very interesting. And I know some of you guys are wondering if I get Asian flush when I drink. I actually don't. Everybody else in my family so far has. My favorite item of clothing is suits. Like, I know it's like technically a two-piece, but I just love suits so much. Favorite shoes? Now this is a big one. I own maybe 30 plus pairs of shoes. Why, you might ask? Well, I was a bit of a sneakerhead, so I was collecting a lot of sneakers, and then eventually I started getting kind of more in touch with like, you know, stuff that I could wear to work, and then eventually I just accumulated like 30 something pairs of shoes. So my kind of like go-to shoes are definitely heeled boots, whether it's leather or suede, they're very nice. A good white sneaker, female like brogue kind of shoes, or like a dress shoe. Oh, I love them so much. Back in high school, my favorite subjects was sleeping, anime, manga in class. I was that student. I was legitimately watching and reading like anime and manga. Depending on where I sat in the room as well, that also resulted in what I read. If I was at the front of the class, I was reading safer things, like mainstream ones, like maybe like Naruto. Anything that's not gonna get me in trouble with the people in the back of me. Back of the room though, I was reading like BL. So yeah, I was that girl. I was that weird fangirl in the back of the room reading all of these BLs, and my friends are like, please stop. And I'm like, no. And I still really haven't stopped today. So fellow fangirls, if you are out there, please let me know. Favorite season, like autumn? My favorite animal is doggos and pandas. Anime and manga series, I've literally loved so many different genres and different series that like it's quite hard to say. I read anything from BL to like, the f who thought about this? That's literally where I go from, but I won't read horror. Favorite movie? Like anything Studio Ghibli, I love. I'm actually a really big Potterhead. My favorite books were obviously including the Harry Potter series, Tales of a Chinese Cinderella, and In Order to Live. Basically, both of these books are autobiographies by two really strong and admirable Asian women who had to defy a lot of odds and trauma to get to where they are today and try and spread awareness and share their story. I think these two books are something that should be encouraged to be read. Coffee or tea? Both. I really don't have a preference, it just depends on my stomach. Braces. Yes, I had braces for 5 years. Early bird or night owl? Exhaust pigeon. I actually have a lot of bad habits. I'll give you my 3 best lines that I say. I'll do it later. I'll wake up early and do it. And my absolute favorite? Yeah, 5 more minutes. Biggest fears? Well, besides your normal like rational fears, I'm claustrophobic, which means I'm scared of clowns. I actually passed out in the movie It because I thought that I was over my fear, because at that stage it had been years and years and years since I last saw a clown, and I thought, yeah, I should be fine. But no, I passed the out in the cinema. My friends literally looked at me and they were like, oh, she dead. Also, I can't do horror movies. I'm sure you guys get the gist of that now. Something I can't live without: food. Guilty indulgences. Honestly, sleep. If you let me sleep, I will sleep. Dream car. Now, I don't really know much about cars, but there's one car brand in general that I've always liked, which is the Tesla. The reason is I suck at driving. I took my provisional license exam 4 times before I passed on the 4th one. And then within a month, I crashed my mom's car. Oopsie. Basically, I just feel that if the car can technically drive itself with the sensors and stuff, I think it's safer for the car to be able to do that rather than me. I'm sure the car would want to drive itself when I get behind the wheel. It'd be like, oh, never mind, Angel's in the car. Tesla, take the wheel, please. My bucket list. I told you guys one of them, which is learn 5 languages from 30. On my way there. Also, I want to travel a lot more. Eat a lot to compensate for the amount of food I missed out eating. From 16 to 19, I was constantly dieting, constantly starving myself for competitions. So in a way, like, I just feel like I missed out. Finished Taekwondo, which is a very big one for me, and that's why I'm here. But also, once I've done all of those things, I want to open up a cafe bar. Basically, my vision for this cafe bar is the cafe would have a communal fridge and closet for people to grab necessities that they might not be able to have access to. Like people can donate them or like we'll stock them up, and then there'll be like a pay it forward system where people can pay for stuff forward. Otherwise, you know, we can have like soup bread around. Don't know, but like I just want to do something like that for the day cafe thing, and then at night it's gonna be like this really chilled out place for people to regroup and have fun with their friends, and like it'll be like a place for like local bands who want to get experience playing live scenes and stuff, and they can play like 2-3 times a week. That's kind of my end goal after like everything, so I kind of vision myself maybe like 50-60 and doing that. I don't know. Places I've traveled to so far, been to the US, specifically LA, San Fran and Vegas. Been to New Zealand twice, Bulgaria, Belgium, Netherlands, and also Korea a couple of times before coming here. And they were literally all for comps. Things I can't leave the house without: a mask. Wear your mask, please. And also my glasses. I don't know why, but I've literally forgotten my glasses a couple of times, and my eyes are -3 in both eyes. How the f do you forget your glasses, Angela? Secret talent, I don't know, massaging people, untangling things, random skills and training that I have that I really don't use at all. My parents made me learn piano, ice skate. I also have a gambling license. Things I struggle with, my life. Other things I struggle with in my life: directions, spelling. Sometimes I struggle to speak, to be honest. Parallel parking. Am I ticklish? Very. So I will not apologize for any injuries that you sustain. Punctual? No, I'm not. Previous jobs that I've worked in: sit down, get comfortable. Gonna be here for a while, guys. Third parent, home tutoring, taekwondo instructor, a lot of receptionist work, waitress, bartender, barista. Legitimately ran like a laser tag place by myself for like a while. Kids playland party organizer, retail, affordable to high end. I worked in those. Piercing stuff, factory worker, did interpretation work, apparel manufacturing. So yeah, I've worked in a lot of different industries. An embarrassing story, my life. But I'll tell you guys this one. Basically, I went clubbing for the first time in my life when I was 20. That day I didn't eat. I was also dieting for competition. So when you knock back 8 vodka Red Bulls in 2 hours, it ain't a good idea. Basically got very drunk and I proceeded to try and kiss a guy that I had a very big crush on. In my defense, if no one talked to me, it wouldn't have happened. One person decided to keep coming up and egging me on, and obviously drunk me decided to do that. So thankfully, he rejected me. Didn't get any more awkward than that because I'm a dramatic and crying drunk. So And then I ended up hitting on this chick, and then I remember leaving with the security, and then I was sitting outside talking to security for a while, just telling them everything about this guy. I know the security guards like are just doing their job trying to consolidate any drunk girl around. They were telling me that like he's not worth it, I could do better. Okay, so I remember one of them was called Tony, and I know Tony will never see this, or he probably won't remember me, to be honest. Tony, thank you. Best memory so far. I honestly have so many, okay? Like, there are so many really good memories, but I'll tell you one of them. I threw my first New Year's Day party after graduation, and I invited some of my work friends, and we just had this big thing, and they were teaching us like drinking games. We were like mucking around and stuff. Mind you, a lot of my friends were like underage. We ordered too much pizza. When we went to sleep, there was 8 of them in my room, so it was 3 on the bed, 5 people on the floor, and then another 2 across the hall in my brother Ian's room. And the whole night we were all dying of laughter. Work horror stories. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, work horror stories, I have so many that it's gonna be like a really long video. So what I've done is I've started a series on my TikTok. If you guys want to, the link's in the description, go watch it. I think I've done like 4 parts already. I will do like more detailed versions of these stories like later in my channel, so do keep your eye out on that. Have I been in the newspaper? I have. I've done a lot of local papers because of taekwondo, but I also ended up in the Sunday Herald, which is like a national kind of newspaper in Australia. And basically the reason why I ended up in there was because I was part of a like documentary series called My Year 12 Life. In a way, it was very funny. I actually didn't expect to get picked. It was a very fun experience. I don't think you guys can watch it online anymore, but I know you guys can still watch like short clips of like every member of the series. So I've dropped the link in my description. If you guys want to check it out, have a look. But you guys can see how cringe I was back then. Realistically, I haven't really changed that much. I've probably just matured up a little bit. And then that series also ended up landing me in a Chinese newspaper, which was not good. Last but not least, if I had one wish from a genie, world peace. Of course, it's only a dream. But there you have it. There's 50, I don't know, oddball random facts about me that you guys can choose to use or not use. I don't know, it's up to you guys. But I hope this kind of brings us a little bit closer so you guys can kind of like understand some random BS about me. Yeah. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. But if you guys did, please leave a big thumbs up and a comment down below. If you guys didn't, please let me know as well. I really want to know why. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you stay in the loop for my future videos. My next video is on Wednesday and I can't wait to see you guys there. So if you guys want to see random things that's happening in between, Instagram and TikTok are in the description below. Go check them out. Anyways, I don't have much else to say. I just hope you guys have a lovely day, night, week. And until I see you guys next time, don't forget to smile. Bye.